Hey, if you don't know us yet, we are two chicks chatting.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
always toiling the soil of yourself, talk about doing the work on yourself is no picnic either, not just in relationship, but doing the work on
No,
yourself.
yeah, there are many scenarios under which I have had to agree with the fact that I suck. Like, I'm like, this is a moment, you know,
We've
you
had a
gotta,
lot of epiphanies, I think, in the last 5 years, really. And, you know, and the onion layers just keep, getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Just when I think there's no more layers, something shows up and I'm just like, what in the hell? And now I got to look at that. And it's really anything that sparks upsetness in you, which a lot of people are upset multiple times a day, every
yeah,
day. Anything that sparks any kind of upsetness in you, that's what you need to look at. Why is that upsetting me? Not because the person jumped out in front of me in traffic. Why am I so mad?
yes. And are you actually mad or are you looking for attention?
Or do you have so much anger pent up that you just needed to get it out on this poor person that accidentally jumped in front of me? Or maybe they
Yeah,
need to go to the hospital because their wife is having labor. You have no idea what's going on for other people. So it's really those moments in work and relationship and family, like what is triggering you? That's the word I'm looking for. What is triggering you that causes any kind of emotion, whether it's upset or, you know, jealousy or whatever it is?
yeah.
What's triggering that, and why are you feeling that way? You need to dig in and figure that out. And then
Yeah,
once
what
you figure it out, you can change that to
fix
say,
it?
okay, well, I'm feeling this way because of X, Y, and Z, and this isn't my life. How do I start bringing that into my life? Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it is asking the question, or at least asking yourself in the frame of why have you created an emergency in a situation that doesn't require an emergency?
Yeah.
You need a band-aid and you want a surgeon. It's like what's going on that this is that big for you
Yeah.
when it really doesn't have any lasting effect in your life at all.
Mm.
There's nothing about driving on the highway, even if somebody does cut you off, unless you're physically in an accident. There's nothing about that drive that means, you should be having a heart attack.
Yeah.
You don't need, nobody needs to be that upset,
Mm-hmm.
but you're allowing it to get so big in your mind. And what is it about you that agrees that that's okay?
Right. Have you been taught that from your family growing up, that that's the way to react when someone does something in your mind, perceivably does something to you? And you
Yeah.
know it's a lot to try to figure out, okay, is it just the way I've always acted, or is it something actually bothering me? And if it is, what is it? And you sometimes you don't get the answer right away. That's the thing for me.
Well,
Sometimes I don't even know why. And
that's what
sometimes
it,
I do, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll be
yeah.
like, I I have no idea why I feel this way. And
Yeah.
sometimes I even have to talk to you about it, is why am I feeling like this?
Well, but that's what getting to the root of things really matters is
Yeah.
you really have to you have to ask yourself questions more than once. You have to
Mm.
do the work, you have to have the, deeper conversations. You got to ask a friend, ask, somebody that
Somebody
allows
you
you
love
to
and
have,
trust. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, and allows you to have an elongated conversation, even if that's just a conversation really with yourself.
Mm.
You're talking to someone else, but you're talking just about self,
Yeah.
and they're willing to sit with you and help you walk through that process so you can get to where you need to go.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Yeah. And sometimes things will come after that happens that'll show you what you needed to know, the universe and the synchronicity and serendipity of it all.
Yes.
Sometimes it'll be in a commercial or, movie or a show you're watching or something a neighbor says or something somebody says at work, or a friend, you're talking to them about something else and they'll say something along those lines and you think, holy crap, I
Yeah.
was just wondering why, I felt that way. That's it right there. And you don't even have
100%.
to say anything. You can just realize it and be like, okay, now I need to like think
Yeah.
about this now that
Now I'm
I'm
responsible for having to move it in a forward direction. And sometimes it's just being quiet, just
yeah,
being still long enough to let the answer come.
that's it. Walking my dog is very helpful. I do have to say, I get all my great ideas walking my
Exactly. Exactly. It's amazing how
nothing,
that can
no
happen.
electronics, no nothing. I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
my God, why didn't I think of that?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.